Hello there and welcome back to the second rambly video. It's about how not everything you do has to be content. And funny enough, this came from a comment interaction I had with another YouTuber when I wrote jokingly on their video that just because you like something doesn't mean that you want to make a YouTube channel about it or make YouTube videos about it. And the funny thing was that they didn't really understand me at first. So, oh, by the way, that noise there is noise from the harvesters I have. These machines here. So yeah, that sort of annoyed me a bit because I always try to be as clear as possible when I communicate, when I write stuff or mention things, talk and stuff. And afterwards I felt inspired to, make this rambly shit. And I really stand by it that, not everything you do has to be content. Not everything you engage with, not everything you play, if it comes to games, has to be content. There are times when I know people have said to others and themselves that I wish I streamed this game, or I wish I made YouTube videos about this game. But I think it's good. I think it's good to have games or have hobbies or interests that you don't make into some form of content. Make videos and shit about it, or write it on your blog, or take photos. Just like, I don't want to commercialize it, but in some ways you sort of are commercializing it. Hey, babies. Oh, that was my cat walking past me. I think it's good. I think it's healthy because one of the big things that a lot of people can get tripped up on is that they obsess over that if they made content out of that, it could have, given them views and money and shit like that. But I think it's good to have a healthy divide. To have a separation of, these are the things that I do as part of, for example, a YouTube channel or a Twitch channel. And these are the things I do as part of, I'm just doing it because I enjoy doing it. I do it because I like doing it, for the fun of doing it. Because I think that if you made content out of everything, and I do really mean everything, it would sort of come borderline obsessiveness. And a lot of people already struggle with a certain borderline obsessiveness over YouTube, chasing algorithms and shit. Just look at all the people that are trying to copy Mr. Beast. That's so crazy for me. Yeah, I think that it also just makes it so that you don't have to worry about, like, for example, in games, playing them a certain way. You can just enjoy them. You don't have to worry about having to play a certain way or do certain things to appease a certain audience. Which I think it's just good for your mental health. I think that's important. Mental health is really important to take care of, because if you don't, then you risk burning out. And also, the more stuff you turn into content, the higher your workload will be. And the more your workload will be, the higher the risk of burning out. So that's also one of the reasons I think that not turning everything into content is a good idea. And also the fact that if you do turn stuff into content, then there's this risk that, if you have something that you're passionate about and then you turn it into oh wow, oh shit, So I just noticed something on my OBS. It's sort of choppy a bit, the recording, which is weird. I don't know why. I'll have to look into it. Maybe it's because of the frame rates or something. Because the game's flowing just fine for me right now. But the OBS recording is a bit weird. But yeah, I just want to ramble a bit about that, because I've read others that have mentioned that they have had this sort of weird regret that they chose to not make YouTube videos or, you know, stream a game or stuff like that. And I agree with those that say that you don't have to do it. You don't have to turn everything into content. Keeping stuff for yourself is good. And as all things in life, finding a balance is very important. Since if you go too far to either side, it can have really bad consequences. And I mean not just the risk of burnout, you can also just straight up get tired of doing shit. That's also why, for example, I think that having too narrow of a focus can be equally as bad. Just look at all of the channels that are focused on one game, and they've done that game for years and years and years. But I think that's a different topic. It's straying too far from what I was thinking about talking about. So yeah, I think I'll stop here. So thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves. And until next time, have a good one.